Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here and you've never seen my face, my name is Tamar, also known as Musings of a Curvy Lady, and welcome to the wonderful world of musings, where I love to talk about everything fashion, beauty, style, and everything lovely, including smelling our best. And in my hygiene series, I've really tackled on a very general idea of hygiene, like a shower routine, body care, but I wanted to really pinpoint and get personal. We're gonna talk about some backyard cleaning, okay? The bum. This is Cleaning Your Bum 101. I wanna show you what I do in order to make sure I'm smelling and keeping fresh all day long back there. Because a lot of the times we think of hygiene as overall, like just a shower routine, but every particular area that has like crevices, folds, dips, and dives, that needs extra particular attention. So let's give our bums, our peaches, some extra love. If you're interested in learning how to clean your bum properly, please keep watching. I never would have thought that I would be on Beyonce's internet talking about how to clean your bum 101, like giving you a step-by-step process. But here we are. And the reason why I wanted to do this is because I feel like my hygiene video really showed me the response of it, that people need this information regardless of your age. Your bodies are changing as we grow older, things are changing, and your routine might need to change. But before we get into all of the good stuff, let me remind you of some house rules. House rules sounds better with the mic in my hand, you know? It's giving like performer, artiste. So here at Musings of a Curvy Lady, I need you to liking helps to boost this video to other girly pops who need to know how to clean their bum 101, okay? And commenting, because we like to yap around here, and this is a community, and I love what's happening in the comment section, so please keep it up. And of course, I need you to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a Curvy Lady upload. And one more thing, there's a new rule. Please leave me a testimonial. Your girl signed up for the Sephora Squad 2025. I'm hoping this is my year. I've applied like 4 times, and testimonials help. So if you found any of my content, my videos, products I've recommended helpful, please consider leaving your girl a recommendation, a testimonial, because it helps me out, and hopefully you will be seeing this face on the Sephora Squad. I'm hoping. Okay, now we can get into the video. Cleaning your butt, to me, I just feel like cleaning your butt, there's no better feeling, because that's when you know you're clean. Imagine doing everything else except your butt. That ain't it. You could literally be the finest man on earth. You can want to take care of me. You can have a palace in Dubai. If you don't wash your butt, that is crazy. Like, that is moot. So, cleaning the bum. A lot of people focus on the kitty, they focus on the pits, they focus on the body. But I feel like some of y'all, you haven't touched your butt ever. It's important to take away any stigma and any fear or feeling weird or cringe about touching your body. This is your body. If you're not cleaning it, who do you expect to be cleaning it? And also a disclaimer, if you have other medical issues or diagnoses, syndromes, whatever, you need to seek professional assistance. Like, this is just me generalizing a cleansing for normal body odor. If you require more, you might need to seek some other assistance. I can't give you that. Your girl is not a doctor. And even if I was, it's illegal to do that on the internet. So this is just a general guide. You can take it, you could leave it. I hope you take it so that your booty will be nice and fresh and thank you. And people that use the bathroom behind you will thank you. And your partner will thank you. And you will thank you, because this is for you. Everybody else is an added benefit. So before I even get into the shower, I use my bidet. Like, if I have to use the bathroom, I'll do my human business, right? I know I look like an angel, but I am in fact human. I know. And I like to use a bidet to help remove any physical debris that you don't want in your shower. The shower is not for that. Okay, that's why you have a toilet. And if you don't have a bidet, you should have some wipes, some toilet paper, whatever, to get any physical debris out of the backside, okay? And wash your hands. Before you're washing any other part of your body, your hands need to be clean. Whether you use a tool, a cleansing tool, or your hands, you need to have clean hands, okay? I know I didn't think I had to say that. I just wanted to just cover all the bases. Make sure your hands are clean. So that's the first thing. Before we're even in the shower, we wash our hands and then we hop into the shower. Now, if you're a big girl, whatever tools that you need to use them. For me, I don't need to use any additional tools outside of a bidet. Like I use a bidet to kind of like a pre-cleanse. But when I'm in the shower, I'm using my hands and I'm using my African net sponge. So the way that I break down cleaning your bum, it's in 3 different cleanses, 3 different washes. Once you're inside of the shower, I do like a first rinse. I'm doing this with the antibacterial soap and I'm using hands first, just to kind of like, scope it out, scope what's going on down there, to just like get a first cleanse. It's clean. Then I'm using the same antibacterial soap with an African net sponge. Now, my soaps of choice, we have the Dove antibacterial bar soap. Antibacterial, you can use the Dial Gold Bar. That's antibacterial. You can also use Panoxyl. I find that this works really, really well as well. So this will be the first cleanse, the antibacterial cleanse. Lather up your African net sponge, or you can use exfoliating gloves. If you want to have something separate, you're gonna wash and scrub both sides of your cheeks. Spread it open. Wash. And what I like to call the bridge to terabithia is the little piece of skin that is between the anus and your vagina, the perineum. That is also what I attach to my butt. I don't attach that to the kitty because I have to keep them separate anatomy-wise in my head. The perineum gets cleansed along with the booty, okay? So all of that in my head is part of backyard cleaning, okay? The bridge to terabithia along with the booty, the crack, the hole, the dip at the top of the crack, okay? Once we have that cleanse, you're gonna wash this out, wring it out. Now, if you wanna use a separate African net sponge, you can. If you wanna use your hand, whatever you wanna do. As long as you are doing an antibacterial cleanse. Now going on to the second wash. My second wash is more to really eliminate odor, and I like to use my Lumi. My Lumi is an acidifying cleansing bar. I either use this or I use the liquid form. This is the acidifying body wash in the clean tangerine scent. We love Lumi because it has the mandelic acid. Mandelic acid helps to prevent odor, kill the odor, but it also is a brightening exfoliator, so it helps to keep the back door nice and bright, okay? All right. And I like to use this and let it kind of like sit there for 30 seconds to a minute to let it do its thing. Because if I'm going to be using soap that has like, this is a $20 soap. Like if I'm going to be spending $20 on a soap, I'm going to let it marinate for a little bit. And it's not gross because you already did your first cleanse. And this is all being used and lathered up in my African net sponge. Like make sure you have a real one, you guys. Like this one has knots on it. Like there are some fake ones on Amazon, but I have links for everything in the description box. And now the final wash. This is the corrective wash. So I'm using something that I'm going to let sit back there for at least a minute. Whatever I want to do, like that's corrective. If I'm dealing with hyperpigmentation, if I want to deal with exfoliating, whatever, I like to use the smoother glycolic body wash from Naturium. Not only does it cleanse, but it acts as a gentle exfoliator. So it just helps to make things nice and smooth back there. Especially if you're shaving or waxing, you want to make sure that you're exfoliating back there, but gently. Do not scrub your skin back there to the point where it becomes irritated. You want to be gentle with your skin back there because it's very, very thin, fragile, supple and sensitive. So treat it nice, treat it kindly. But those are the 3 washes. You're gonna start off with the antibacterial wash to kind of set the tone. Then you have your second wash, which is to really make sure that you're clean. You can use your Lumi, whether it's the bar or the body wash, or you can use Dr. Bronner's. The Castile soap is a really great option too. And then lastly, you have the corrective wash, which is to help kind of like sit there and correct something, whether it's hyperpigmentation or any irritation back there. And it's gonna sit there for at least a minute to do its thing before you rinse. And rinsing is so important. Whether you have a shower head that is stationary or you have something that's detachable, it's very important that you rinse well. You don't want to have any residue that dries back there because that can lead to irritation and ingrowns and other issues. So make sure you use the water. When you're washing your butt, your back should be towards the water. Like you should be in there, yeah, I'm like thinking of like how I'm standing in the shower and I'm like, yeah, I'm not washing my butt not in the water. Like be in the water. Like the water is your friend, okay? Use the water. Make sure you rinse yourself nice and well. After using my African net sponge, I still go in with these because these back there are gonna be your best tools as you're rinsing, especially if you don't have a detachable shower head. Obviously I recommend, but not everybody has that or has the ability to have one, and you can still get really, really clean without one. So I don't want that to be like, oh, I need to go buy a detachable shower head, because some people live in places where they can't mess with their stuff. So just FYI, you can rinse really well, just help the water down there. Even if you need to get yourself a little shower cup to like pour the water down there, do whatever you have to make sure you're nice and clean back there before you leave the shower. So another factor that will definitely contribute to your whole bum cleaning 101 is hair back there and what you decide to do with it. So if you do have hair, just know that you have to do a little bit more, because hair traps odor, debris, it catches onto things. So you have to make sure you're doing a thorough cleaning. Whatever you decide to do with your hair, you still have to do something for upkeep, because with shaving, you still have to make sure that you're exfoliating before you shave and that you're using post-shave products to treat the skin back there. Or if you're like me, I've had a Brazilian laser treatment done down there, and I do upkeep every quarter, because even if you do laser, the hair will come back. It doesn't come back as quickly or as often. It's not a permanent hair removal unless you're doing like, what is that one hair thing called? Electrolysis. Yeah. Ooh, that sounds painful. Ooh, Lord. I mean, laser hair is very, very painful. And I see all the comments and you guys want an update about laser hair removal, and we are planning it. I'm meeting up with my girl who is well informed. She owns the med spa. She does my laser hair, and we'll do a whole video about that. But hair holds on to odor. Okay, just think about hair kind of like a sponge. I heard this girl on TikTok describe it like hair when you go to a bonfire. When you come home, you smell that smoke in your hair, right? So just imagine that concept down there. So if you are using the bathroom and things are not properly cleaning yourself, the hair will hold on to debris. It doesn't matter how often you clean, it will hold on to it. That's literally like what it's made for. So you just have to do your due diligence if you do decide to keep hair back there. I know some people don't like the feeling of not having hair back there, but like, girl, like I'm at the point where I'm like, I can't have hair back there. It just feels weird to me. But whatever floats your boat. If you like it, guess what? I love it. All right. Just do your due diligence. Make sure you're extra clean, using exfoliating gloves or an African net sponge to make sure you're cleaning yourself to dislodge any debris. Okay, so that's everything that I do in the shower. Now we're post shower and we're nice and dry. The post shower routine is going to feature our cat method, because that is very integral in making sure that we're nice and dry. We have to get completely dry, especially back there, before we go on to another step. If you have any moisture back there, you're going to be funky. You're gonna be funky. So it's pivotal to make sure that you are dry both cheeks, okay? If you wanna use like a separate washcloth to like stick up there to let it like soak up, do that. Whatever you have to do, just make sure you're nice and dry. Me personally, I like paper towels. I have paper towels in every bathroom, because to me, I don't want my butt to touch my body towel every day. Like even though I just cleaned it, I don't want to dry my butt with the same towel that I'm drying the rest of my body. So I use paper towels. I just fold up in there and I just go about letting everything else dry. And then once I'm dry, we go to our witch hazel. You know the tea, you know what's up, because witch hazel is going to be that added buffer, that added support to make sure that we're clean. But because we're adding the witch hazel, you can either have witch hazel, like I use these witch hazel wipes that I get from Amazon, or you can get the big bottle of witch hazel and get some cotton rounds and just squeeze the witch hazel on that and swipe and swipe. Use a clean one on each side of your cheek, inside of your cheek, right? And make sure you have a clean one for the dip as well. And because we're reintroducing moisture in those areas after we already initially dried, we have to dry again. Do not move on to the next step with that moisture from your witch hazel still there. It needs to dry completely. So after the witch hazel has dried in those areas, this next step isn't necessary, but for me it is, because y'all know I love Lumi down, right? I love Lumi so much. I use the Lumi whole body deodorant cream back there. All you need is a pea-sized amount. So you're splitting that pea-sized amount in 2 areas to swipe right up the middle, and then also using it a little bit at the dip, that inner dip that's at the top of your butt crack. That's where I like to do it. And when I tell you, your butt will be so clean, even after doing human business and cleaning yourself, you will be clean back there all day long. My favorite scent is the clean tangerine. I also like the soft powder, but you literally, this will last you such a long time because you just use a little bit and it goes a long way. All right, guys, we did it. We talked about cleaning our bums. I can't believe it. I feel like my mom is gonna like be calling me after watching this episode of this series. But you know what? I'm glad that we're talking about this stuff because we don't. That's the honest truth. We don't talk about. People assume and they think that they're doing a good job or like a basic job, and come to find out they're not. I remember we were staying at this hotel, me and my girlfriends, we were staying at this hotel in Savannah, and they booked us, it looked like a room for a couple because like there was like no partition between the bathroom. Like you could see into the shower. Like they saw me naked. Like we got really close. But when I was taking my shower, they're like, wow, Tamar, your showers make me feel like I don't clean well enough. All because we have different ideas of what clean is. But at the end of the day, 5 minutes is not enough time to properly clean your entire body. You might just have 5 minutes and you could do the best that you can, but to properly clean yourself, you need at least 10. I'm like 20 to 25 minute shower. That's me, but I smell good. I smell good all day long. I'm confident in how I smell too, like because I did my due diligence in the shower. Like what you put in is what you get out. And if you do this routine for a week, please let me know how you're feeling after, because it might seem like a lot, but I do it so often. I'm doing it every day, sometimes twice a day, that it just becomes second nature. So it doesn't take up too much of my time. So these things are going to take time to become practice into your own life. But based off of what you guys have been saying about the hygiene routine, like you guys, our lives are changing because of this routine and breaking it down in a way that is understandable. And I'm glad that we can have this conversation in this corner of the internet, talking about something so taboo. It might be cringe and like, I can't believe this girl is talking about that, but we've all been there. Like bodies smell. And that's another thing. I know bodies smell, like that's a normal part of life, but regardless of the reasons for why it smells, it's unpleasant. So if there's something that we can do about it, why not? And I hope this video and all of my videos give you the tools, the confidence, and the information to apply it in your own life and just make your life feel better. Like feel confident in your body, touching your body, because it's yours, girl. You own it. That's yours. And you need to touch it in order to know what's wrong with it. Every time I take a shower, it's kind of like I'm assessing my body. Like I'm touching places, a breast exam, I'm doing lymphatic massage, all simultaneously. And it goes back to my nursing career. When we would go and introduce ourselves to our patients, we're simultaneously assessing the patient, because nobody wants a big to-do about being assessed. Like, hi, I'm Tamar, I'm your nurse, I'm gonna assess you right now. No, you go in, you talk, you make small talk, and you're slowly assessing. You might touch them just to make some connection, see if they have edema. All of this is happening at the same time, and you're none the wiser, but you are making the mental notes in your head of what you're seeing. And that's that's the same thing that happens in the shower. The shower is more than just a cleansing ritual. This is time for self-care to really figure out what's going on with your body. And I hope that you guys are enjoying taking showers, that these are not just like, ugh, I have to hop in the shower. It's more like, yay, I get to take a shower. I'm so excited. And I'm loving you guys' routines and everything that you're sharing. So please keep it up. And as always, I will leave everything linked that I use in this video if you want to shop in the description box. But before I go, just a quick reminder over house rules. Please like and comment. Please keep up the conversations in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a Curvy Lady upload. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.